Money in the Bank lineups are set. The card is stacked. I don't know. You be the judge of that. We got all that to talk about and so much more. Hit that subscribe button. It's the Spandex Standups. What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's up?
Joined by my co-host Evan Berke, as always, my tag team partner, and our special guest comedian. Because it's a go-home show, it's a PLE. We gotta jazz it up for you. We got Eddie Sisneros here for you.
Oh yeah, what's
Welcome.
up, guys?
What's up, man?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Ready to talk about some wrestling.
We always ask the credentials. How long you been a fan?
Since I was probably 2.
See, that's enough said.
Yeah,
he's legit.
I don't know if that's a dream memory or a real memory. We'll talk about that.
I
later.
love it. Yeah,
Big
we've
fan
done.
of action figures. What do you think of all of the action figures in here behind you?
I love them. A little bit old school, a little bit of new school.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us for the Money in the Bank Go Home show, man. How you feeling about the PLE so far?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, that seems to be wrestling fans' sentiment for the whole product right now. I don't know.
Well, I say that about any Money in the Bank match or Elimination Chamber match. One or two people in it that just don't make sense throws off the entire, the whole vibe of the match. You want to be able to look at these matches back in 5 years and say, are all these names that I'm going to be excited about going back and remembering these people in these matches? And I think this time around we're getting, what Eddie described.
Well, especially you got to think that whoever wins these matches is pretty much guaranteed to be the next world champ. So you look at it through that scope is, can I picture seeing this person with the belt?
Yeah, there's nobody like I'm super excited about. Plus, I'm super bummed about R-Truth. So it's like back to back right off of that. It's kind of hard to be excited when you bum me out so
That's
hard.
Terrible timing, though.
It's a work.
You think it's a work?
It's a work.
Yeah. Well, I hope
you're right.
It's a strategic work. You probably got a nice little payout. Hey, you're going to be released for a bit, but hey, we're going to re-sign you. It's going to be part of John Cena's thing.
I hope you're
He'll
right.
be re-signed before the end of the year. He'll be back in some pivotal moment, still in John Cena's retirement tour.
I hope you're right, man, because the things I dug up today was depressing.
There's a post I saw that saw you liked because Facebook snitched on you. That's what Facebook does. But it was like John Cena. Hopefully the storyline is that John Cena went to The Rock and said, I want R-Truth fired and all that.
Yeah,
hopefully there's something in that. I can
that
see
was
that.
Bully Ray's on his podcast.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like, if I'm anybody in creative, I'm handing Cena a mic and I'm saying it was all me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So why not capitalize it? But the things I read today was they offered him a contract, lowballed him. He said, "Screw you," and peaced out. Mm-hmm. And that's very reasonable in the professional wrestling world.
They're getting really good at planting little misdirections.
They are.
everywhere.
They are. Carlito. He was just a background actor, so that's understandable.
Yeah, no, he's for real.
But here's what it is. Both of them were the comedy aspect of the show. Like R-Truth, just Friday, he made me laugh out loud. As comics, it's hard to laugh out loud. And I think it was with Solo and who's the new guy, JC Mateo.
Yeah.
And he's like, y'all big boned it. He just caught me out of nowhere. I was like, I miss R-Truth already.
And Carlito's hilarious.
Yeah. He has a bunch of like little looks with Don and Roxanne.
Him terribly hitting on Roxanne was so good.
Yeah.
But I like Solo, the little funniness they've given Solo. Like when he turned, I lost it when he turned to JC. He was like, he ain't said that in 6 months. when Jacob said, "I love you, Solo."
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm fully there with Solo's switch yet. I know that's probably more of his personality.
That's your guy right there, yeah.
That's probably more of his personality, but it's just so hard to go from like I don't talk to like.
Yeah. I'm Team Solo. Evan can't stand the guy.
Yeah, former tribal chief walking around acting like this.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not buying it. I haven't bought Solo from the jump. The fact that he became tribal chief, they dropped the ball on that. But
Well, he's like Jimmy 2.0, kind of.
Yeah.
But of course, they're brothers. It makes sense, but That's the way it feels like his character is.
You got your Roman and Jays, and you got your Jimmy and Solos of the world. It just is what it is.
Yeah. I'll let it play out. With wrestling, you always got to let the story play out.
You never know who's going to be.
Find out next week.
Yeah,
Solo could be
coming.
champ. Solo could win this thing, you know. Well, let's get into the women's Money in the Bank. We got Naomi beating Jade and Nia to qualify last week on SmackDown. Stephanie Vaquer, who I am a massive fan of, defeated Ivy Nile and Liv Morgan on Raw. Liking the Roxanne Liv dynamic. You know, the Roxanne, like Finn obviously brought Roxanne in to mess with Liv. It's playing out so beautifully. She tries to help. She does well for the guys. She helped them win the tag match, but then also cost Liv and Raquel some things. So I'm loving that little sprinkle. For the things that they're messing up, I'm still like to shine a light on the things they're doing right.
I guess like they're in planting season right now. There's planting little seeds. And you got to just let it, they're fertilizing, and it's hard to go through that and sit and wait. But yeah, not excited.
I'm here for a Roxanne. I would love if we get a Roxanne Liv feud out of this. Those two in the ring. Don't have to sell me on that.
Yeah, it's like Jade and Bianca's coming down the line at some point, or maybe I don't know.
So in the women's match, we got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Roxanne, Naomi, and Stephanie Vaquer. Now, as bummed out as I am for some of the men, spot on with this one. We've got Alexa and Rhea. The present, you got all of the new future stars that they're pushing. The heel Naomi, Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer. I love that they're already setting Stephanie Vaquer and Julia to have this rock stone cold trajectory here. So I am so hyped for the women's match.
Yeah.
Has Rhea Ripley ever won a Money in the Bank match?
I don't think so. She is the betting favorite.
So I'm going with that. Alexa Bliss has won twice, I believe. I believe Alexa Bliss is a 2-time.
Yeah, I think she's in there to get reestablished and have a couple cool spots. She's going to be the Chelsea Green, I think.
So
which I'm
Rhea
bummed out
hasn't
Chelsea
won
Green
one
in it.
yet. We're in that era of give some of these folks their, what are they called? The Grand Slams statuses. So I could see it being Rhea.
The only thing I can think of...
Again, not exciting.
Yeah, not excited.
The only thing I can see is they have been doing a good job of balancing out the stuff they've given Stephanie Vaquer and Julia. They don't want one to appear to the other. Right. And they gave Stephanie Vaquer a run with the NXT title and the North American title at the same time. She was double champ. I can see Julia getting this.
You think Julia could win?
I think so. I think this is a great way. I personally, we'll get into our predictions, like what our heart tells us here at the end. But I would love Naomi winning this. I think that is the fresh choice. I think that's the right choice to spruce things up.
That's literally what I was just thinking about as you were talking. Naomi, she's done the heel turn. I love the heel turn. She's kind of killing it right now. Plus, it would add some more to the story, like make her even more of a powerful opponent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like add some fuel to the fire.
It'd be massive for Naomi to win. I actually would love Naomi to win. That's who I want to win.
Yeah. It's just you know what you want and what you get it in the same.
Yeah, because we got to think the champs right now. Who we got?
You got EO, which they are. You got the feeling they're still. But see, that's the part that makes me think they won't go Rhea is because it's already naturally built in for EO and Ripley. So my mind thinks is who would be the best opponent for Tiffy. And they still have not mentioned a draft, not once. So we keep thinking they're going to switch some things up, but they're not.
Naomi and Tiffy could be a good.
And I think that stirs the pot in SmackDown in the women's division with, because you still got Nia on the outside. You still got Alexa, because I want them to take this Alexa and Charlotte thing and run with it. Mm-hmm. So you got them on that. I just think that does more to further the storylines.
Naomi and Tiffy have had a couple of run-ins, right? Yeah.
But just matches. Teased, nothing real big yet.
Which, planting the seeds, you got to follow the dots. I think
the money.
Yeah.
In the bank. All right. A little side note before we get into the men's Money in the Bank. I love seeing Javon Evans on SmackDown, dude. I want that guy to be... I know he's still got to learn things because the dude is still so young. I love watching him in NXT, dude. He's killing it. He's from Greensboro, North Carolina, so I love him, a North Carolina guy. So watching him get showcased on SmackDown, teaming with Ray Phoenix, Worlds Collide, that's going to be amazing. So we got to see Ethan Page on commentary on SmackDown, and Javon got to showcase his skills.
Yeah, massive. Yeah, I loved some of his feuds in NXT. So, yeah, I was surprised to see him on SmackDown. I was like, oh, dang, look at this.
They're pushing the new generation. I mean, they cut so many people. Mm-hmm. They got to have some people to call up.
Yeah, they're building up.
I'll never forgive them if this R-Truth thing sticks. How do you keep up with NXT?
NXT, I don't.
Okay.
LFG, I did.
Okay.
I loved LFG. I love all the like reality shows.
Nice.
That's how I get my wife to watch.
Understandable.
So we're like, it's perfect. It's a reality show for her, and it's wrestling for me. So it's like perfect.
That's why the Harrisons are hyped about Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, because the way I got my wife into wrestling, Lucha Underground.
Oh, okay.
And she saw the Aerostar is going to be on Worlds Collide. She's super hyped. Penta's in WWE now. Ray Phoenix. Mm-hmm. That's how she already knew Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Kari Sane. Like all of those people popped. Like we're a full-on team Karrion Kross because he did great in Lucha Underground. Like all these great. I hate that the people that ran Lucha Underground were so terrible to the talent with their contracts and stuff, because I'd still watch it if it was on TV. You know, it could be in season 18 by now, running out of things to write, and I'd be like, what are we watching this week? I miss Lucha Underground. Men's Money in the Bank. I even left it blank. It caught me off guard so much. I was doing my notes last night. Grande Americano is the 6th and final men in the Money in the Bank, joining Andrade, who qualified on SmackDown, beating Fatu and Melo. Like, Fatu, Melo, and Andrade did not think Andrade was coming out of that one. Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, Penta, and LA Knight. And I know you're bummed on this one, but I'm actually excited about it. Because, again, the chance for new stars. Yeah. I'm hoping this just isn't... I'm hoping CM Punk screws Seth some way, somehow. Takes Seth out of this equation. Because he's the super obvious choice. So that's why I don't think they're going to go that route.
I'm just going to throw a curveball and say Grande Americano. Just... I know
what
it's probably
swerve that would
blasphemy as a Mexican, but... I love the Gulf of America. Let's go.
How do you feel about the character overall? You liking what they're doing with Chad Gable and Grande Americano?
Yeah, I'm not fully into it, but I'm like, okay. Because we all know it's Chad Gable.
Right. Did you see he had the shoes, he had the boots, the CG boots last night, and he's like, oh yeah, he lost his boots. I let him borrow them.
Yeah. So I just like what they're doing. I like that little comedy, like everybody, you're in on the secret. Everybody knows it's all right there.
Yeah.
But you have to like suspend disbelief and like just watch. That's what I like about it.
It brings you back what you had to do as a kid in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to be Seth Rollins. I think Seth's best for business. I think him with his goons, everyone swarming him, protecting him. Paul Heyman, the wise man. I just don't see a world in which they don't get involved in that match, cause total mayhem, and Seth Rollins walks away.
It's the obvious choice, right?
Yeah. I've heard some rumblings we get a new member of the group, like coming to help Seth. But I don't know if you do that two PLEs. Cross. That would be awesome. But then you don't even need Heyman at that point. Karrion can be the mouthpiece for him.
Because Karrion's been roaming around, causing a stir, doing what all these other monsters kind of were doing.
If he's anywhere in this match, he's my favorite to win it, but they didn't even give him a qualifying match, man. He didn't even get screwed out of an opportunity.
We barely see him wrestle.
I wonder if he's hurt right now.
So I'm saying I didn't see him in Lucha, so
okay.
I don't know
he was the last season
in-ring side of it. Yeah. So, but I like what he's doing as far
he's had to expand his game. When his first run in WWE, he didn't get to wrestle a lot. On the main roster, he killed it in NXT. He had some great feuds. His feud with Andrade in NXT was next level because he had Scarlett and Andrade had Zelina. It was fantastic, and McMahon pushed him on the main roster without Scarlett. That was half his act. It was his entrance with her. Gave him this weird gladiator costume. It just didn't work out. But then they re-signed him, and his first run with AOP and Ellering, he got a little knocks for his in-ring style was boring. A lot of old technical wrestling, a lot of holds. His finisher was a submission hold. So he took that and revamped his whole style, made it more exciting. So his finisher is like this crazy move now. Like he's done. He listens to the people talk about him, and he changes the thing. So I full on want Karrion Kross to get a push. Do you think there's any chance LA Knight wins this?
Not really. Because once again, it's what you want.
Right.
It's what we want, but it's what's best for business. It's always what's best for business. Get it. And what they're setting up for storyline. Seth is the obvious choice in that.
I mean, if we're talking about someone to take a title away from main event Jey Uso, I mean, that's a hype match right there. LA Knight, Jey Uso.
Am I the only... does anyone else want LA Knight to go heel? I want LA Knight to be a heel.
Yeah.
I want to see LA Knight just talk trash to people. His heel work in TNA was fantastic.
It just switches from yeah to nah.
No, he still does the but he doesn't wait for the audience approval. He just says it and keeps it moving. I mean, like The Rock with his catchphrases when he's like, no, I don't need you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. LA Knight with Money in the Bank, perfect mouthpiece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of good talking points. Mm-hmm. So I like that idea. LA Knight winning it. I mean, obviously, I want Penta to win it, but I know they're not going to pull that trigger.
No.
So my only thing with the knock on Seth and why I don't think he's going to win is I think he has to vanquish this CM Punk dragon before he goes for the championship. Mm-hmm. So I still think CM Punk finds a way to get through the Goon Squad, especially the way things ended on Raw, and cost Seth this match some way, somehow.
CM Punk lost.
Yeah. Because of the Goon Squad.
Because of the Goon Squad.
So he's got to get his, CM Punk takes receipts.
Yeah.
Do you think we get the return of Roman?
That could be a big thing, too. Doesn't that set up the Ultimate SummerSlam match? Mm-hmm. Seth and Roman, finally. Mm-hmm. I like that way better. Keep CM Punk in the back. Like, give me Roman to do this, Like him, like Braun and Bronson come out and boom, spear. Like, is that Roman?
That's a moment. It's a moment.
Stare down at Heyman, and then he goes and costs Seth. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, John Cena farewell tour check-in. How we feeling? He's got the tag match with Logan Paul against Jay and Cody. I'm liking the Logan Paul Cena team, but how y'all feel about it?
I like it way better than Travis Scott.
Yes.
Logan should have been there from the jump.
Yeah.
Logan should have been there from the jump, and we need more people jumping in. Where's everyone else?
Selling their soul? Yeah. Why not get on the boss's good side? Like I said from the get-go, I wanted lackeys. I was hoping Theory and Waller were going to be his goon squad,
Yeah, we need Austin doing something. Austin's great. I love Austin.
And I love Waller. I think Waller's completely being wasted. Yeah. Like, we talked complete slowest of burns on their split up.
Mm-hmm. They have reason to like do something like that. And
I would love to see Waller in a black suit next to Braun and Reed too, to be honest with you. But
that's a massive faction because they're all like heavy hitters.
Yeah. Evan was like, give them all. Put Otis in there. Let's do it. All the big dudes.
Feed them everybody.
Has Otis gone heel before, or has he always been?
Remember, he was the serious one when Gable's first heel turn.
Yeah, okay.
But then he turned on. I still don't feel like we got to pay off to that, but whatever. Lyra Valkyria putting her IC title on the line against Becky Lynch. If she wins, Becky can never challenge for the IC title as long as Lyra is the champ. And if Becky wins, Lyra is forced to raise her hand. What a stipulation.
Boring.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against the heel turn for Becky, but like it's poor timing. You had the biggest heel turn since like Hogan going on.
Right,
then
right.
it
Why
just-
you turning heel when Cena's running things?
Yeah, just not the right time.
Should have just brought her back as a heel in the first place. Wasn't she a heel when she left?
She's basically running the same program as John Cena.
She
yeah,
is.
yeah. So it
Yeah, because her
diminishes
our
it.
truth is Lyra Valkyria. You know, the person that looked up to her childhood hero.
They're running the same program.
They're running it. They're running it. I mean, obviously, this is to keep pushing up Lyra, right?
Yeah.
The only way this is cool for me is if Bailey comes back and gets her licks on Becky.
Yes.
You know, for obviously taking her out and costing her tag team chance.
I agree. So does my 3-year-old.
Hey, they're a Bailey fan.
Bailey fan. Huge
nice,
Bailey fan.
Nice.
She
I
knows
miss
nobody
Bailey.
else.
I think the program is better when Bailey's on the show. Like she doesn't. I don't ever want her to be the focus point of the story.
Right.
But I like her being a part of the
Oh,
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm unfortunately that's always been her knock. You know, she's not a main character, and it is what it is. But I mean, she is in your 3-year-old's life, so I don't want to take that away from her.
She had her moment when she won that title. Like I was sincerely.
That's
happy.
the thing. She's had her accomplishments.
Yeah.
You know, you got to
Yeah.
give her flowers.
Yeah.
You know, she's a great wrestler. It's just she's the Mr. Perfect. You know, she's too
Yeah.
good. She's there to put other people over.
Yeah, definitely. Now the only thing about this Becky Lynch Lyra thing is that it started like Lyra more because Lyra's come out of her shell a little bit.
Wholeheartedly. You can
Yeah,
ask
it's just-
Evan how much I liked Lyra when she first hit the scene. Could not stand her.
Yeah. Called her Bird Girl.
She's still Bird Girl.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Come on.
It's better now. I'll give it to you. Yeah, it's way
Well,
better
now
now.
that she's fully leaned in.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
it was just like alluding to. Now,
Yeah. Now they straight up
full-on
call at her.
wings.
They're like, oh.
Pretty soon she's going to be flying around the arena.
Oh, God. Let's
But
not
what
do
made
that.
me like
On the
her
drum.
was plain clothes. It's coming out like without all that.
To be honest with you, seeing her fiance got some points. You know what I mean? I was like, that's who she's dating? Let's go.
Every nerdy dude watching it was like, all right, I got a
so you're
chance.
telling me there's a chance. Yeah,
But also, they released his wrestling photos the day after, and I was
is he
like,
wrestling?
okay, they made him look like a nerd.
yeah.
No, he's an Irish wrestler. Like he's legit.
okay.
Dude's got muscles on muscles. Like don't let that fool
Dude's,
you.
dude's cool. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I Lyra is definitely. I give you that. Lyra is growing on me because of this program. It made her more personable. Thank you for. I was wondering what it was. It made me see her as nothing,
As a person,
something
yeah.
more than Bird Girl.
You saw her Bruce Wayne.
Just some fun facts. Women's Money in the Bank cash-ins 8 for 8, 100%. Men's cash-ins 19 for 25, 76%.
Okay.
I remember when it was automatic.
Yeah.
Now they've varied it a little bit. You know? So do y'all have a favorite cash in over the years?
Maybe because it was WrestleMania 40, but I enjoyed. Why am I blanking on his
Drew
name?
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest, yes.
That was a good one.
enjoyed
That
cash
was
in,
my
yeah.
favorite too. Honestly, like I was there. So
Oh, yeah.
that had something to do with it. But yeah, the way that because I think everyone forgot. Mm-hmm. That was the perfect, like, they hadn't been at all. I think everyone forgot. And I think they totally played into that. And it was perfectly timed, perfectly executed.
Mine was still to this day Dolph Ziggler on Alberto Del Rio. With Big E was his heavy, AJ was his valet. I just don't feel like that group was given anywhere near the chance to reach their potential. But I just remember when his music hit, I jumped out of my chair. I was like a grown man feeling like I'd rented that from the video store back in the early 90s like I did as a kid and was watching it for the first time. And it hit the nostalgia factor. I don't know why. It just did for me. I got super hyped. I guess because I always liked Dolph Ziggler and he was never given a fair chance, you know? So that's my favorite cash in is the Dolph Ziggler after WrestleMania. And that's also when it was a dark time for WWE and they gave us the iconic Raw after WrestleMania that they hadn't done in a while. So it was a bright spot in a terrible product. Because, I mean, he did cash in on Alberto Del Rio. Let's put that in perspective, you know? But it was Big Goldie. I miss Big Goldie. I know we got what we got with the belt now, but I miss the actual WCW, NWA, passed on Ric Flair, big gold belt. But I don't know. Next week we get Jey Uso and Gunter. Someone will be looming with a briefcase. So wondering why they're giving us that on Raw though, and they're hyping it up so much. Like you said that we are getting better matches as the main event on Raw, but they seem to put a lot of effort into promoting this match for some reason. Does Gunther get his belt back?
I would hope so. Nothing against Jay. It's just kind of like done.
Yeah.
Just done.
Well, they painted themselves in the corner. If you admit and give up, you admit that Jay shouldn't have had the belt in the first place. But also, if you keep pushing it and you just hope for the best,
unless he varies up the yeet process. The yeet process is very same. Come out. Yeah. One more this thing. Cool the first time. But every single time it's it. So
I mean, it could be an opportunity to move him on to something bigger with Roman. Roman comes back. They pick up the Bloodline storyline. They're running Vegas again, WrestleMania. So I think we need to think about, okay, if all roads are leading to WrestleMania,
like they always
do have a chance to do it in Vegas again.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where they finish the Bloodline story? Like, bring it all back. And this made Jey Uso. Jey Uso's a made man after all he's been through this year. Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania win, Royal Rumble win, champion, holding kids over railings, looking like he's going to throw them over, honestly. But time's up.
All that will still be there. The kids are still going to yeet. Like that's still gonna be there. That's not gonna go away anytime soon. But with the belt and everything, just Gunther again. It's just.
But I do think he keeps it till SummerSlam. I think he goes into SummerSlam. Cardi B's hosting.
Yeeting, Cardi.
Everybody's gonna be Yeeting. Cardi B.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not ready to jump off the train yet, man. I'm Team Yeet. Let's keep yeeting. I think Swerve here. Ilya Dragunov comes back. Starts his program, long awaited, that everyone's been wanting with Gunther. Gives us something to look forward to in the summertime.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and we got to build to 2 nights of SummerSlam.
A lot of matches covered.
2 nights of SummerSlam.
That's 14 matches if they go by the WrestleMania formula.
Too many.
And we need unbeatable Gunther again. Yeah. We need the monster back.
I can see that. He just beats the pants off Jay and the ref's like, we're done here.
Yeah. Just bring it back.
Call it like no contest. Call it, Gunther just bloodied him up again. We could see it. All right, let's get into our predictions. Who you got? Who you calling women's Money in the Bank?
That one's. Well, let's go Naomi. I'm going to stick with Naomi. I think that makes good for business and it makes what I want. That's both of those things like.
There you go.
Going Rhea Ripley. It's what's best for business, baby. We're on Netflix now, global audience, and we don't have time. We don't have time for, it's time for you to have the champ. No, it's not that time. It's time for Rhea Ripley to retain her championship. Mommy is always on top. Don't you know that?
I'm going Swerve. Stephanie Vaquer. They seem to be pushing her to the moon and back. They just acquired AAA. They want to get into that Latino market. She is from Chile. When's the last time you heard of anybody WWE related being?
Is there a South American tour coming up, actually?
It could be if she's champ.
I mean, hey, listen.
Y'all just took the 2 best choices, so I'm just giving you somebody different, really.
I mean, that's actually a great option. I just don't know. I mean, that's the quickest push ever.
Right.
Just moving up to the main roster officially. And then, I mean, that would be great. That'd be a history thing.
Silence everyone saying they don't make new stars immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got to balance it out somewhere,
I guess because with my earlier, I could see them giving it to Julia too, because they have given a lot to Stephanie Vaquer. And Julia, when she signed to NXT, was the hottest free agent in the world. She was the queen of Japan. So they had to they had to get her, they had to wrangle her from a lot of promotions that wanted her. I mean, obviously WWE's the top, so you don't really have to sell it too much. But Stephanie Vaquer turned down way less money. AEW was paying her a lot of money, and she was like,
Stephanie
"No, I'm going
Tiffany
to WWE."
would be awesome.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I can still see Rhea beating Io for the title, and then we get Stephanie like that face off at Raw last night. Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea, the crowd went nuts. Mm-hmm. That would be amazing. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. All right, men's Money in the Bank, not as exciting, but it could be exciting if they set this up right. I'm going LA Knight. Let's do it. Turn him heel.
I'm going Seth Rollins, build him up.
I'm crazy. I'm sticking with Grande Americana. I know it's not real, but I'm sticking with it.
It's Chad Gable's time.
That would be insane. Can you imagine? Like, I just think of the guy's face when Undertaker's streak was in it. Like, you're gonna get more of those if Grande America grabs that briefcase.
Yeah,
but that's a great swerve.
I just want to blow some minds. Come on.
Why not? Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch, Intercontinental title.
Do you care enough to guess? I don't think I care enough to guess.
Oh, gosh. I'm going Lyra Valkyria.
I'm hoping for Bailey. Run in.
Yes.
No contest. DQ finish. I don't care.
Yeah, Lyra with the Bailey.
Because I think they want to keep pushing Lyra, but I don't really think they want Becky to take too many losses. Like she's still Becky Lynch.
She's still big time Bex.
Big time Bex. The man.
We don't need her becoming Charlotte Flair on us.
Which they still got to have a payoff at some point, right? Or do those two just refuse to be in the ring together? I see the look on you guys' face, and I feel like I'm back in the day trying to talk my friend into liking wrestling again. The women's division, I've been watching NXT relentlessly. I promise you, this new wave has got it. But it's going to be okay, I promise.
I love the women's division.
Yeah.
It's just this current, this PLE is POP, right? So.
Yeah, it just feels like Monday Night Raw has better matchups, more exciting matchups than the PLEs these days.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm saying.
I'm still that kid.
Grande
where I'm like, it's still fun.
And Money in the Bank.
I thought that's what you wanted, though.
No. No.
All right, John Cena, Logan Paul versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
John Cena, Logan Paul, all the way. And I'm hoping for some Travis Scott interference. Maybe blows out another eardrum. That's what I want.
Well, if we get Travis Scott, I want Bad Bunny.
Yeah, let's get Bad Bunny out here. Let's get Travis Kelce.
Travis and Jason Kelce.
Let's get Jelly Roll. Let's get everybody. Like, whoever wants some. You want some, come get some. Let's pack it out with people and supporting John Cena in his final year. What's wrong with people?
I'm saying if he sold his soul, it makes more sense for more celebrities to just jump on the
Be
bandwagon.
great for The Rock to show up.
And Logan Paul, remember he had Patrick Mahomes help him out one time? Like, this is the celebrity team, so you really could have it, anything happen.
What could be cool is if The Rock shows up to support John Cena.
Okay, now you're getting crazy.
Logan
All
Paul.
right.
And then on the other side,
Rock left and never came back, man.
the other side, you got Jey Uso, and you've got Cody Rhodes, which could force an appearance from Roman Reigns. Face off. Plant the seed for Rock Roman. Rock's got a movie to promote. I'm always trying to get The Rock. I always got all these ideas for The Rock to be back and to cross promote. No one listens to me though.
He just signed up for another movie, so I don't think he's showing up.
We'd love it. We'd all love The Rock to show up.
I can't remember, but I just
Tooth Fairy 3.
The Marine 14.
The third fairy.
No, I hear you, and I understand the disgruntledness. I get it. I think we all are just completely let down from WrestleMania.
Oh, it's WrestleMania and then Backlash. Backlash more like back when
that was a slap in the face when Travis Scott came out to help. Oh no, that was WrestleMania. Yeah, Cena just won, right? Backlash. Now I'm going back to the days when the product was bad, where it just blends in together now.
Yeah, now we're getting just. I feel like we had it so good for a while.
Maybe that's what it is. Like we had such a high, and it had
the honeymoon's over.
Like you gotta plant the seeds and ride it out. It's a cycle.
You gotta roll with what they're giving us right now, okay? And I'm trying to remain optimistic. All right, you Debbie Downers. Okay, this is gonna be a great PLE. Okay,
So here's my prediction: Cena, and I hope Cena keeps that title all the way through. I hope he takes it. I hope he goes home with it. I hope he retires with it. I don't want him losing any of the matches. I don't care if they're the shittiest matches ever. Like, put Cardi B in there, put Bert Kreischer in there, whatever. I don't just keep it.
I got an idea. Cena, Logan Paul break up, have a feud, setting them up for a match for the title.
Who does that make the face, though?
John Cena is like the anti-hero in all of
Right.
this.
Yeah, they almost turned Cody heel by accident with that Cena Cody program.
Yeah,
they got to
like
watch that, you know, like it's cool. It's as much as they're doing to not make it cool to pull for heel Cena, you're still pulling for heel Cena.
No, we're all pulling for heel Cena. We all want him to dig the knife in deeper, right? So
Is that why we're mad right now? Cena's ruining wrestling and it's working? Is that what's going on? Is that why we're all down? Is his plan is working too good?
Maybe. I mean, he brought out Travis Scott. If you're going to ruin wrestling, you bring out Travis Scott with you. So you have a point.
yeah, I just need Goldberg's final match and then this year is saved.
Name one thing that will not get me hyped about the
This
current
this
product.
year is saved once we get Goldberg's final match.
No, thank you. Hey, I'm good. 2 straight weeks of Wyatt. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I like how they brought back some sick Wyatt promos.
Yeah.
So what's your prediction?
I guess I'm saying Jay and Cody are gonna win this. There's a supporter on YouTube. Appreciate the shout out on YouTube. Made a good point that Cena can't have it all roses, you know. And this is a non-title match, so you can see Cena taking an L. And he probably doesn't have to get pinned. You can have Cody pin Logan. Win-win.
That's a good point. I was still thinking about that title when I gave my answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great point.
I think they got to build Cody back up a little bit too, you know. And you can't let Jay take a loss right now, and you're not going to let Cody get pinned. So who takes the loss on that one?
Logan.
I mean, it's always Logan.
It's always Logan.
Yeah.
I'm still under the impression that Triple H really doesn't like Logan. He just knows he sells tickets. All right. Well, that's Money in the Bank. I'm hoping I can turn these two downers over here into a smile next week when we talk about how great of a PLE this was. But Eddie, where can they find you?
Instagram, Eddie is a good person.
He is a good
YouTube, open please. If you like action figure reviews. And that's it. Everywhere else, Eddie Sisneros.
Awesome, man. What about you, Evan?
Oh, Instagram, YouTube, Evan Berke, eBerk comedy, all the stuff. You know, you got me. Spandex Standups right here.
Yeah, check out Laugh with Harrison on Instagram for me. Hit that subscribe button. I feel like this summer is going to be me being overly optimistic and then Evan trying to bring me back down to reality. So hit that subscribe button. We got so much wrestling coming your way. We'll see you next time.